From idol groups, yes, we're dealing with this shit in Gensokyo, to nicknames, of course, and Buddha. So a certain crew is going to be talked about, that's for sure. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I cover facts about Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 87. Number 5. So nicknames are nothing new, although that could depend on the person. I like to use nicknames when the situation is right for it. I don't want to randomly give nicknames left and right if there's no real purpose to it. For now, I have 3 nicknames associated for my friends who fully understand the meaning behind my nicknames for them, so they know it wasn't created with ill intent. Even in the land of magical shit, there are still nicknames, although it's not from a resident there. So if you've been reading Curiosities, you'll know that Sumuriko has been entering Gensokyo more than often, but importantly, chilling at Rinosuke's place. At his place, she gets to meet with the other girls in the series. Reimu, Marissa would be the first examples, but Kazin as well. And the high schooler has nicknames for each of them. For Kazin, it's Kazani. Reimu has Yarormyr or Reimuchi. Marissa is Riza or Marissachi. Kazani, Yarormyr, and Riza. I could see myself calling them those nicknames if they were my friends. It certainly fits my style. It would be fun to see Sumuriko give nicknames to everyone in Gensokyo, but that's a lot of work. Number 4. So Eternity, while just a fairy, is perhaps one of the more interesting ones I've learned after research. That's not to say that other fairies don't have many cool facts about them, but Eternity, while being the most recent addition, has had more attention than expected. At least when it came to the print works anyway. So I'm going to start it light and look at her abilities. So her ability is Scattering Scales. Her ability refers to the feature of most Lepidoptera of having scales covering their bodies and wings. Now at this point I was asking, what the fuck is a Lepidoptera? Thanks to Google, it says, an order of insects that includes butterflies and moths. Well, you could have just bloody said that instead. Anyway, the wings, head, and parts of the thorax and abdomen of butterflies and moths are covered with mini scales which give them an extraordinary variety of colors and patterns. Most scales are lamellar or blade-like, and she uses these scales as projectiles in Damaku patterns. Okay, that doesn't sound that bad. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like Eternity's attack is the equivalent of a person throwing their hair for a Damaku pattern. Again, I ain't no butterfly / moth expert or whatnot, but that just sounds weird. And hopefully my comparisons was close. If not, that would be embarrassing. Number 3. So I ain't the most religious type of guy, and following a series that deals with magic, supernatural beings, and religion is not a bad way to learn a few things. I mean, it's obvious to not take Touhou stuff as iron facts, but it's nice to get some references. So I learned a few more things thanks to Touhou. In chapter 44 of Wild, there's a special day called Parinirvana Day. It's an event celebrating the day Buddha died. On this day, the Mirin temple did something special and had a giant statue of Buddha of how he looked like when he passed away. At least his last pose looks pretty cool, can't complain about that. Impressed by it, Kazin tries to inspect it casually until Ichirin stops her. Kazin asks how they were able to make this giant statue, but Byakurin comes in and tells him it's a trade secret. Kazin, being a little suspicious by that, used her hawk to find out what was going on. Believe it or not, there's a plot twist though, right? After her hawks had surveyed the area, we learned that the statue was actually Uzan, and it's mentioned if the people learned that the giant Buddha they were praying to was actually a yokai, things would get hectic. No fucking shit, they would lose it. Either way, I have to praise the Mirin crew, as I didn't think they would be this crafty in trying to impress Gensokyo's residents by using Uzan as this giant statue. And I thought Tei was one shifty motherfucker. Looks like the rabbit has competition. Number 2. Now in the past, we've learned that Hekia is one tough motherfucker. Since Zune said neither residents of Gensokyo nor the lunar capital were up to her level, you know she's the real deal. Even with that insane amount of power, she still has some fun facts about her. So in Strange Creators Volume 1, in the Legacy interview, Zune threw up the idea that Hekia's personality might change based on her hair color. For those who don't remember, in the Hekia fight, you fight 3 bodies of Hekia. The default one with her red hair, the earth body with her blue hair, and the moon body with her yellow hair. The interviewer did note that we never talked to Hekia outside of her default red hair version, so the possibility is there. Another fun fact when it came to Hekia involves her t-shirt. It's already wacky as it is, but trust me, it could have been crazier. Zoom personally wanted to make it whenever Hekia changed her hair color, her t-shirt changed as well. My guesses are if Zoom had went along with the whole changing hair color and t-shirt deal, it could have involved a simple color swap for Hekia or an entirely new design for her t-shirt. And I don't know if Gensokyo or Hell is prepared for that, so we might have been spared depending on how you look at it anyway. Number 1. I mentioned earlier about idol groups. Now this shit shouldn't be a thing in Gensokyo, but for some fucking reason it is, so I might as well mention about it. So in alternative, there's an article about Kokoro. It talks about how she has a group involving 48 of her masks and it's called KKR48. It's a parody of the AKB48, a popular idol group in Japan. Their name is a shorthand version of Akihabara combined with their total of 48 members, and likewise, Kokoro is shorthand for her own name and the fact that there are 48 of her masks involved. Now I understand I ain't an idol guy, so I don't really know much when it comes to that genre, or whatever you call it. But don't you think 48 is a little excessive for a group? Like, really, Japan? Do you really need 48 motherfuckers to sing at once? Maybe I'm just not seeing the appeal, and I can understand that. We each have our tastes. In the title of the article, Kokoro's play is called Ningyo Yaki in Love. Now this is supposed to be a pun on one of AKB48's song called Fortune Cookie in Love. Ningyo Yaki is a popular Japanese dessert. Even Kokoro's pose is a parody of a song called Love. How generic. A theme song of a show called whatever you see on the screen, cause that's a fucking mouth word of Japanese words I don't want to deal with. Or Escaping is a shame, but it works. Is it just me or the titles in Japanese work seem really long? I've noticed it in light novels, but isn't a normal thing there? Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Which facts were your favorite? Did you like the nickname Sumiriko gave to the 3 girls? Do you think the Miyun crew are one crafty son of a bitch? Or would you be a fan of Kokoro's idol/mask group? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Eternity might start using her skills on me. And I honestly don't know how I would react at that point. Either way, this is Magi and thanks again for watching.